What's going on, everyone? It's meteorologist Hunter Ward. I want to give you a little bit of an update, the weather that we've got coming in today, and then a little bit of a look forward to sometime next week. Looking at a couple different time frames, actually, but main thing first this morning, gonna show you guys the radar. Looks like we've got a little bit of snow showers that are gonna be moving in here in the next hour or so, hour and a half. Let's go ahead and turn around to my screen and we'll pull up AshevilleWX.com. I want to thank All In Dumpster Rentals and CP Cruise Accounting for sponsoring the website. Really appreciate them. Better Homes and Gardens Maggie Valley camera. You can begin to see those overcast clouds moving in. Was a pretty morning, but the higher elevations have actually already seen on the Grimes Ty Sanderson camera there downtown. Higher elevations have already seen a little bit of snow here on the BannerElk.com live camera. You can actually see that snow right there moving in. Higher elevations right there. Nothing right here around 4,000 feet, but just a little bit above. We've got some snow-capped mountaintops. We've already seen a few showers this morning. Rolling around to, let's check out the Marthaler Jeweler camera. Sun, if you're south of Asheville. North of Asheville, it looks like clouds are pretty much socked in. Silva Ward's plumbing camera down there, you can see really heavy clouds as well across the area. Beer City tubing camera there on the French Broad River, that's south of Asheville. Like I mentioned, you guys are seeing sunshine there. More north of Asheville, we are seeing clouds. Looking at, let's pull up the Cabbage Rose Maggie Valley camera as well. This one's likely to see, actually, you can see a few snow-capped mountains right there in the background. So should start to see those snowflakes pick up. Let's go ahead show you guys what the radar shows as I pull radar scope up. Check this out. I'm gonna turn on the MPing reports, and we've got reports all around the area. Gatlinburg seeing that snow. Let me put this in motion for you. All right. So models weren't really showing this. It's been a little bit hard to tell exactly if this is going to come to fruition or not, but it does look like we're getting this moisture push now from an upper level low that's moving through, and that is going to bring the chance for those enhanced banding right there along the North Carolina-Tennessee state line. And so as this moves through, look at this swath of moisture that's really developed. That's going to push into western North Carolina here in the next 2 to 3 hours. Snow showers will be possible. I mean, in the next 45 minutes, I expect a few areas along the border to start seeing those snow showers, and even down into like Mars Hill, Weaverville. I think that's going to start picking up here very soon. Accumulation, not really expecting a ton of accumulation from this unless you're above 3,500 feet. You know, locations between 3,500 feet and 5,000 could see 1 to 3 inches. Above 5,000 feet, we could have, a couple of 6-inch plus totals from these just swaths of moisture they're going to continue to move through. But check this out. We're getting snowfall reports all the way down here into portions of North Georgia right now, and you can see that upper level low is cranking places like Andrews, Murphy, Franklin. This is kind of you guys' type of event, just kind of sneaky, where you guys end up seeming to see more snowfall than the Asheville area. So watch for that over the next 2 to 3 hours as this swath of moisture moves through. It's not a super strong swath of moisture, but sometimes with these upper level lows, we can get a little bit of a surprise, get a little bit of enhancement occurring. That's what we're seeing right here as those snow showers. We're about to get several reports of snow showers in the Knoxville, Tennessee area. And I believe this swath is going to push towards Asheville and bring some snow showers probably between the 10 and 11 o'clock hour for the area. Now, running out, the models have really struggled with this system, but, we still have to we still want to look at them to, make sure we're aligning our forecast with what the most recent models are showing. Here you can see right around noon some heavy snow showers possible along the North Carolina-Tennessee state line. Now, does that reach all the way into Asheville? The models struggle with this periphery of the eastern side of the mountains. Some downsloping occurs. How far do these showers push out is a difficult task to forecast. Now, you can see those snow showers really persist in places like Boone for several hours, and as this runs out, I mean, we could have locations later this evening as the sun sets. See that banding occurring right there, and then we've got Boone right here. A very difficult forecast, but because the models have not showed anything for this. But here we go. We've got heavy banding that's occurring later this evening. So what exactly comes to fruition with this? I'm probably not going to throw a snowfall map out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if locations that hadn't really seen much of anything end up picking up a dusting to an inch, even north of Asheville, or even kind of right around the periphery of the Asheville area. It's a little bit subjective, a difficult forecast here, because the models really haven't picked this up. They struggle with upper level lows all the time. I mean, they struggle with the weather in western North Carolina on a regular basis. We have so many factors up here that we're dealing with, and so just running this snowfall map out through Friday through tonight, just dustings or to an inch in these locations that are right along the North Carolina-Tennessee border. Nothing really in the Asheville area. Doesn't mean that we can't see some snow showers, but it just doesn't seem like accumulation is likely. Now, as the sun sets, if we get a little banding that occurs tonight, as the upper level low continues to move through, then the possibility for that dusting to an inch in those lower elevation locations, really north of I-40, is typically where we see that. Where you're seeing the clouds at right now is typically where kind of northwest flow will set up. And so, from there, we'll do our best. I'm waiting on this model. This model is actually just coming in right now. If you're seeing, we're only at hour 15 on it. And so, here's the simulated radar for you, as well as just banding that is occurring tonight. And it's not, it's with an upper level low, so we don't really have our typical northwest flow coming in. So it's hard to nail down exactly what areas are going to experience the most snowfall from this. So go ahead and take a couple questions. I've seen a few chiming in here on the right-hand side, and so we'll begin to, let me get eCam up. Okay, so Vicky is asking about Madison County. And so, of course, Madison County varies from location to location. You go, 5 miles and the weather will definitely be different. But I do believe this first swath of moisture that's moving in, you got about 30, 45 minutes in Madison County before I think flurries will begin. I think this will be all the way down to the surface as well in the valleys. Accumulation, our temperatures hovering in the low 30s, and surface temperatures will likely melt the snow as it falls, but it could be pretty to see in those valleys. And as the sun sets this evening, I think that's when the chances of accumulation raise just a little bit. If we get under some of that banding that occurs, it will be possible for a little bit of accumulation to stack up. I think it's a little bit difficult to nail that down. I don't think we're talking about substantial accumulation here, but it is something to take note of and to be a little bit suspect of, since the models have done somewhat poorly with this. I mean, we didn't really see this swath of moisture right here showing up and pushing into western North Carolina. It had a lot of drying occurring here on the models. I think they're struggling with the mountainous terrain here, and so from there, it's a difficult forecast, as far as how far that snow makes it. Does it make it into Henderson County? Do we see Hendersonville see snow showers? Do these high elevation peaks right here along the Blue Ridge Parkway that I'm outlining with my mouse, do those scrape the snow out of the mountains? It's a little bit difficult to tell, but typically those locations down here, Hendersonville, Brevard, you want something coming from the south. This coming across the mountains, I know you guys down there hate to hear that phrase. And so looking forward, though, the Gulf is opening up. And so I see some questions coming in. All right, we got Alice asking about Murphy. What about Murphy? This is a much better shot for you guys than you're typically, and I'll cover, Vilda is asking about Franklin as well. So we'll kind of cover both of those in the same sentence. You guys are down here in this location where that snowfall is predominant. The swath of moisture is strong down there. We'll pull up this other the Huntsville radar as well. Put that in motion. You can see this swath of moisture is moving towards you guys. So there's going to be some drying that occurs, but I do think a dusting could be possible through the evening for you folks down in Murphy and in Franklin. So a little bit difficult forecast, but that is the predominant area we've been seeing the possibility for snow over the last several days. And so it looks like it is coming to fruition right now as we've got around Robbinsville, North Georgia, we're seeing snow, and I think that will begin to intensify for the next 3 or 4 hours. Smoky Mountains and Gatlinburg. It looks like Maddie is asking, and we're already seeing some snowfall reports right around Pigeon Forge. So if you're in the mountains there of Gatlinburg, expect that to begin just about now. And, as this heavy swath pushes through, we could pick up a quick inch of accumulation in those higher elevation locations, mainly above 3,000 feet here, what we're talking about. Okay, so Phil is asking about Little Switzerland, and that is close to our Banner Elk camera. We ought to see some flurries very soon here as we've got some snowfall reports already up here in Newland. So looks to be very on your doorstep. If not, we may have already been having a few snow showers up there as well. So looks to be most of those high elevation locations will get in on this, and this is a pretty good swath of moisture right here that's going to move through. And so I expect even Asheville to see some flurries as we progress through the day. Tim reporting in from Wolf Laurel here. He's got snow already falling above 4,000 feet. Tim's in a great northwest flow location and typically rakes in. Wouldn't be surprised if you saw 4 inches up there or more, buddy. Thanks for the report. We can share some more photos of his here as the day progresses. Wanted to thank you guys for joining me. Want to talk just a little bit about what we've got coming forward. Models are really keying in on a pattern change that's going to happen probably Thursday of next week. And so let me just pull up a few. We'll show you a couple model runs. As you can see, as this runs, we're still going to be getting swaths of snow through the evening and into tomorrow morning as this NAM 3KM continues to progress out. Where I was talking about Tim living in Wolf Laurel right there. I mean, even tomorrow morning, 4, 5, 6 a.m. still we'll be seeing the snowfall possible all along the North Carolina-Tennessee state line there. So let's go ahead and talk about what we've got coming up as well. And so models are kind of keying in on a few things, but this far, 5 days out, it's a little bit difficult to nail anything down. I know recently I was thinking that we were going to get a decent little, the upper level low was really going to turn that low back about 2 weeks ago. Both models were showing it 4 days out, and then they just completely lost it. And so as a meteorologist, it's hard to really nail down exactly what things are going to happen, but we are moving into a pattern that's more conducive for snowfall. And so that's pretty certain here. And as you can see, we'll have probably 3 to 4 chances here in the next 2 weeks to see snowfall. Several fronts will be moving through, and as we progress into the end of January, things look real cold towards the end of January. So something to note there, be mindful of. And then, so as I progress this model out, so check this out. It's going to be Wednesday and Thursday is kind of the time frame for this next system. And so GFS model is showing some snow showers breaking out late Wednesday evening and into Thursday as that upper level low, or as the surface low comes through and gets captured by that upper level low. Now, how much tilt we get and how much turning back we get, that'll all determine how much precipitation and snowfall we get. Pattern tracking right now is this far out is the key. This low has been showing up though for the past 2 or 3 days. I'll show you the European model as well. Also has the system. And so as we progress this out, see, this is kind of what the models have been showing past several days, and it just doesn't really show those snow showers making it into western North Carolina, but it does seem like that's going to come to fruition. And even another, 2 or 3 pulses of moisture through the day, today, and into tomorrow morning. And then as the European model runs out, same time frame, Wednesday into Thursday here. Snow showers breaking out around late Wednesday evening, and then Thursday morning, snow developing, upper level low. Mainly just try to focus on the track here and the possibilities there of next week. Don't like to nail anything down, just like to let you guys know of the possibilities. This is likely to change, so just keep that in mind. Main focus today, though, is this swath of moisture. If you're just joining us, coming in across the North Carolina-Tennessee state line, we're going to see it's developed here, and we're seeing snowfall reports all across eastern Tennessee. Those will push into the Asheville area, and we'll get some banding that occurs later this evening as that upper level low continues to push through. So above 3,000 feet, 1 to 3 inches of accumulation. Above 5,000 feet, we could have a 6-inch plus total. Around the Asheville area, a dusting is possible later as the sun sets, and hopefully we get another swath of moisture that pushes through. So just trying to give you guys an update, a heads up on what's coming. I appreciate you guys joining me. Make sure to make your reports on Asheville WX Weather Community on Facebook. You can tag me in Twitter at HV Ward or at AVLWX on Instagram. Thank you guys. Have a good day.